Our first step is to remove the heat shield separating the exhaust and the drive shaft. If you prefer more room to work with, you can also drop the exhaust. Then unbolt the OEM carrier from the car. Make 2 cuts, one on each side. Using a razor blade, make a cut all the way around the bearing to separate it from the carrier frame. Cut the raised excess rubber from the lip at the front of the bearing. Feel around the back of the bearing for where it feels softer and make another cut all the way around, starting there. You should now be left with a bearing that looks like this, with one half sitting higher than the other. If your JXB carrier came with revision number 0, 1, or 2 located here, you are done with cutting. If your JXB carrier came with revision number 3, you will need to trim the bearing surface down until the back half is level with the front. Then clean it up until it's a relatively flush surface, but leave the base layer of rubber intact. The rest of the process is the same for all revision numbers. Now install the carrier. Clamp the bottom and top halves of the carrier around the bearing with the bushings installed, with the text facing the front of the vehicle, and connect the two together using the provided Allen bolts. As you tighten the bolts, switch back and forth from left to right so the bolts don't bind in the holes. A small gap may form between the two bushings. This is normal. Now take your bolt, put a fender washer on it, an isolation damper facing up, go up into the carrier, bring another isolation damper down from the top, and then put your small washer on the very top. Loosely thread it into the body. Same thing on the other side. Bolt, fender washer, isolation damper, up through the carrier, another isolation damper down from the top, and a small washer on the very top. Tighten both bolts and torque them each to 19 Newton meters. Then reinstall everything and enjoy your new JXB driveshaft carrier.